Hello, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Tuesday training. And today we are talking all about pushing past our excuses. Does anybody else have excuses that they tell themselves? Why you can't get something done, why you don't have time for this, why that doesn't work, all the whys. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about today. First and foremost, I hope that you guys have gotten your new catalog supplies. We're in a new catalog. Did you know? Okay, so our new catalog is out, obviously. I will tell you, it is the 7th of the month. It has been a little crazy for me, but I will say it was well worth it to have a little craziness because I got to go, or I made time to, rather. I'm not going to say I got to. I'm going to say I made time. I took off work without pay, might I add, for 3 days. Okay. 3 days I left without pay. I left my family, and I went on a whole road trip to Tennessee from Missouri. So it was about 9.5 hours, technically. Those of you who have done road trips, then you know how this works, right? Usually we'll stop for a meal, you need to stop for gas, you need to stop to potty, all the things, right? So it ended up being about 12 hours, which honestly wasn't awful, but you know, that's a big gap of time, right? Here's the other thing that happened when I was in Tennessee at the retreat. We only had like intermittent spurts of access to the Wi-Fi because there was a bandwidth, what do I want to say? Like a bandwidth restriction, on how much bandwidth we could be using on the Wi-Fi. Because in the mountains of Tennessee, which I did not know because I have never been to the mountains of Tennessee, you know, there's not the greatest of Wi-Fi signals. So, it was a little strange. So I do remember the very first day walking in and hearing this and going, oh my God. Like, how are we going to survive like this? Like, I can't, and I didn't have service, like cell service on my phone, because also in the hills of Tennessee, my phone for the first time ever went into like SOS mode. And I was like, what is happening? Where am I? So I didn't have cell service, only intermittent Wi-Fi. And like I said, I will tell you that at the beginning, I was just like, I just don't know how this is going to work. Like, for real, I don't know how this is going to work. But we made it work. We knew that we couldn't rely too heavily on our phones, right? So anything that required internet, things like that. So we kind of had to do it in spurts, what we could do. Making phone calls back home to talk to family and do all the things, right? But at the end of the day, I will tell you, we got so much work accomplished, and that was off of the internet. So out of all of that, it could have been a really big excuse, right? It could have been the excuse of, oh, well, we don't have internet, so it's going to be a little hard, not going to be able to learn something, not going to be able to maybe figure out a new system or things like that. I will tell you, I went and I have pages and pages of notes that I took from all of our sessions. We had so much packed in. So we could have all sat back and just had a nice little week and been done. But no, we stepped up and we knew what was important, and that was learning and growing and connecting and kind of resetting ourselves. And that's what we did. So I wanted to share that with you because as we are talking today about excuses, like I said, if you don't already have excuses or haven't heard excuses, if you've got team members, you will. You will. We all have things going on. We all have priorities, and we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Okay. So we don't have extra time. It's not like those people who are successful just must have something that I don't have access to. That is not true. We have amazing access to fantastic resources on our workstation in the training center. Scentsy does every Tuesday is the Tuesday all consultant training call. If you can't watch it live, they upload it usually within about 24, 48 hours. So you can go back, you can watch that. Like, I work during the day, right? I work a full-time 40-hour job. Today I couldn't even take a lunch break because then I work in the operating room, and when you're in there, there's some days where it's crazy, right? It's crazy. So I literally had enough time to like run down to the cafeteria, get a Mountain Dew because that is a priority. And they had jalapeno poppers in the cafeteria. So I grabbed jalapeno poppers and a Mountain Dew, and I took them back and ate them at the desk. That's how my day went, right? So I can plan and make amazing plans. Like, I took my iPad with me because I was like, oh, I'm a lunch break. I'll sit down. I'll get some stuff done. I'll run some reports. Didn't happen. But that doesn't mean that now that I'm home, right, that I'm not going to sit here and now prioritize. So now what my evening looks like is I now need to prioritize. What are the top 3 things that I need to get accomplished tonight? And those are the top 3 things that I'm going to tackle first. Boom, boom, boom. And then after I get those done, then I can start work. Okay, what are the next 3 things that I could start working on, right? You just honestly have to make time. And sometimes, yes, it's going to feel like you don't have enough of time. We all feel that. Outside of Scentsy, it doesn't even matter, right? We all can feel that way. But I really want to emphasize to you guys that there are so many excuses that you can throw out there for your business, and either why you can't get to it, or why you didn't have time to check the news tab, or all the things, right? You have to decide what you want this business to be. I can't decide that for you. Your sponsor, your spouse, your best friend, no one else can decide that but for you. So once you've made that decision of, okay, I want this to do something, I want this to be something for me, then here's the deal. You have to be able to commit in some shape or form. And I've shared this thousands of times over plenty of videos over the years of, no matter how much time it is that you have, I guarantee you that yes, even with a packed schedule, if you're working multiple jobs and the kids and the house and errands or family members or this and that, yes, it's going to be hard. But here's the thing, you just have to have a plan, and then you work the plan. So I am a very planner person, right? So I sit down, I work in my planner. That's how I do it. But friends, let me tell you, you have to find a system to make your plan. So if you're not somebody, or you tell yourself, I'm not a planner, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a planner, okay? I'm not telling you to go out and buy something fancy. You don't have to have an iPad like I have, right? You don't have to have all those things. It can be as simple as a notebook. It can be as simple as a little calendar that you can pick up at the Dollar Tree, at the Target, at the whatever, right? And that's what you need to stick to. You also have access on your phone, right? To the calendar in your phone, to Gmail. I love the Google Calendar. It honestly is, for me, I find it to be the most user-friendly calendar. So if that's something, that is something that you can try. If that's something that might sound appealing to you, okay? My point being is this. Excuses are going to hold you back. They're going to be the reason that your business doesn't move forward. Not because people are not buying, not because people are not joining, not because your team members are not working. It's because you are not putting forth the effort. And while that can be hard to hear, it truly and honestly is the truth. Because I will tell you, I'm a busy, busy woman. Busy woman. I work full time at a demanding job. I have a household to run. I cook dinner every night. I do the laundry. I do the house cleaning. You know, my husband will help as needed, but right? I got things. I got a grandbaby that I make time to go see, right? So I really want you to sit down and really think about the time that you spend in a day and how you are spending your day. Because even if you're like me and you do have that full-time job or full-time commitment outside of Scentsy, whatever it might be, there's still time that you can find to work your business. A lot of days when I do have the ability to actually take that like lunch break, right? Like a true lunch break, you can find me in the cafeteria at the hospital with my AirPods in, and I will be listening to a training. I will go to YouTube, or I will go to one of the Facebook groups like United We Rise, or the Refresh, Refocus, Reimagine, or the Think Tank, right? Like I go to all the places. You guys have access to all of those just like I do. And there's so many great trainings, great people out there who are looking to help others. So take advantage and utilize your resources. If you're in the car, then put it on your phone. You don't have to be watching the video. You can just be listening to it. A handful of times, I will tell you that when I'm cooking dinner, I usually have my iPad up or my phone propped up, and I am listening to a training. Now, I may not be focused 100% on that because I'm cooking dinner, but I am hearing it, right? I am hearing it. And when you're listening to those trainings, you need to pick the trainings that are going to be applicable to you. So if it's something that you need help with, look for those videos. If you're looking to do something different, or if you're really focusing on recruiting, then you need to be looking up sponsoring videos. If you're focused on your sales, you need to find ways that you can try that are different than what you've been doing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. So true. Have you been telling yourself, oh my gosh, nobody wants to party with me. Nobody wants to book a party with me. I've asked everybody I know. Nobody wants to book a party with me. Okay, well then maybe it's how you're asking. Maybe you need to change how it is that you're approaching the topic of having a party. Maybe it's something as simple as saying the verbiage needs to be changed, right? So instead of saying a party, maybe it's, hey, I can set you up with a shopping link on my website that you can share with your friends. Hey, I can set you up a referral link. Hey, I can set you up an online scent event, right? You can call it anything you want. But you have to look outside of what you're currently doing, because if it's not working, then you just have to change it up, and you have to continue to pivot with that. Because if you stall, if you sit there and moan and groan in the what is not happening zone, then here's the thing. Nothing is going to continue to happen. And that's on you. That's on me. That's on each of us as individuals, right? So I could sit here and complain all day how busy I am, how busy my month has been, right? Like literally, I left out of town at 1 a.m. on the 1st. 1 a.m. I had like 3 hours sleep, I think it was, that day. Woke back up to get on the road to meet my friends so we could go and start driving to our retreat in Tennessee, right? I hardly got any sleep. I can guarantee you, though, that when the catalog launched that morning at 2 a.m. Central Time, you found us on the side of the road putting in orders. Didn't have time. Went to a retreat. Sorry, didn't have time. Yeah, but we made time for it, right? We made time to do that. So I was gone there. I came back on Sunday, so that was the 5th. I got home about a little after 9 o'clock at night. I hugged my family. I unpacked my suitcase, took a shower, washed my hair, put my stuff away, then had to get myself ready for work because I went right back to work Monday morning. I could have said I didn't have time. I have been working. I worked all day yesterday. I worked all day today. I just got home about an hour ago, I guess. No, well, no, actually, about 30 minutes ago. About 30 minutes ago, I got home. No, all of those things, I could sit here and say, yeah, I haven't had time. I haven't had time. I haven't looked at the news tab. I haven't had time. I know that you guys here in the group know that I've had time because obviously I've been posting and sharing things from the news page. But my PRV, I'm sitting at 590 PRV. It's the 7th of the month. I have Scentsy Club subscriptions that will be running. I could make a whole lot of excuses. But this business is important to me. The income from this business is the vehicle that is going to get my family to where we want to be, to buy our dream home, to pay off the car payments. I am so ready to be done with the car payments. All the things. And that's important to me, to my husband, to our family, for our family. And that's why this business means so much. Again, I could come up with excuses, but you have to continue to push through those. There's going to be days where, yes, you need to refill your cup. So I'm not telling you to, by all means, never take a day off or, you know, don't take time for yourself, because here's the thing. I've been in that situation where I didn't take care of myself mentally, emotionally, physically, eating like crap, drinking way too many Mountain Dews. Okay, it's true. But I don't feel my best when I do those things. I have to pour into me and I have to take care of me. So take care of yourself. Take care of your business. Take control back. Because that's the thing. We have control over our business. That's the one thing we do have control over, right? I can't control my team to work their business. I can't control that, right? But I can control what I do. Am I reaching out to customers? Am I taking time to either send out catalogs or send out digital party links or copies of the catalog, right? All the things. You don't have money for business supplies? That's okay. You can send people a copy of the digital catalog. You can do that. You don't have to have all those things, right? So don't let that be an excuse. I don't have money for the transition stuff. Well, it's free to be able to get a digital copy. You can include that in a link, in an email, in a Jot form, in a Google form, on a landing page for Project Broadcast, whatever it is that you do. You can send it out. And it's not going to cost you a single cent to do that. Bust those excuses. Stop telling yourself that you don't have time. Stop telling yourself no one wants to book. Stop telling yourself no one wants to join, because they do. You just haven't found the right person yet. Or, definition of insanity, right? Or you need to look for a different way to do the said thing. Book parties, have conversations with customers, do your follow-up. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you right here, right now, that if you were to ask me what is the main driver of my business, it is follow-up. Customer service / follow-up. That is what my business is built on. That is where my PRV comes from, is how well I take care of my customers. So ask yourself, how well do you take care of your customers? I can't answer that for you. So you have to take that good, long, hard look at things that you're doing. Is there something you can change? Do you need help? Do you need help? You guys, none of us are mind readers. I am not a mind reader. Your sponsor or whoever it is in this business, we're not mind readers. So while we try and connect with our team members, I certainly do, you cannot ever know that somebody needs help unless they're asking for it. So if you are somebody who is like, oh, I feel like nobody's helping me, then reach up. You don't know who to reach out to? Then log on to your workstation, because on your dashboard, the very first page, it will tell you who your sponsor is, who your director is, who your star director is, and who your superstar director is. Okay? Right there on the dashboard. Boom. And oh, you don't know their phone number? You don't know how to get a hold of them? All you have to do is click on their name. It will give you their email and their phone number. Text them, email them. Reach out. Post in the Facebook group. Hey guys, I'm having trouble sponsoring right now. Does anybody have any tips or things that are working for them that I could try? I want to work with everybody who wants to work this business. And that could be 5,000 people for all I care. I want to work with all 5,000. So I put in the time, I put in the energy, and I work my business, and I continue to do things in my business that make an impact, that drive my business forward. You have to do the same. I will tell you that my business looks completely different this year than it did last year. I'm doing different things. I've tried different things. I've looked at my business and said, what is working, what isn't working? And I've made adjustments as needed. And that's what you have to do in this business. Because if you stay stagnant, if you stay doing the same things over and over and over again that do not work, then let me say it again, you are not going to get anywhere in this business, and you're going to frustrate yourself, you're going to burn yourself out, and you're going to walk away from your business and let it go and say, well, that didn't work for me. I've seen it happen. I don't even know how many times in the 11 plus years that I've been a consultant, how many times I've seen that happen. And I've seen people literally just give up and walk away. There's power in this business. So push past those excuses. Make a plan. Do you need some motivation? Because, oh my goodness, I am here for that. Let's do it. You guys, we have so much potential with this business. We have so much potential in this catalog. Have you taken the time to look at your catalog? Have you, even if you haven't ordered it, you can go on the workstation, you can go to the training tab, and you can type in product training list and look for spring and summer, and you will find the product training list. I have it saved on my iPad. So before I got my actual real life copy, right, while I was waiting for my my order to come in that I had closed so I could add some business supplies on, I've had the digital version on my iPad so I could look it up. Save it to your computer, save it to your phone, save it to your Google Drive, wherever you need to save it, right? And make sure you look through it. This product training guide has so many great sales tips, info about the products. I mean, honestly, this has become my study guide. Do you guys remember back in the day? Is it still a thing? Or maybe people just Google things. I don't know. But when I was a student, like in high school, right? Like we had Cliff Notes. Does anybody else remember Cliff Notes, right? It was for those, you know, if you needed, technically, it was for help when you were reading the assigned book. And maybe you needed clarification on like what really was happening. Or maybe you didn't read the book and you're like, I just want the Cliff Notes version, like give me the overview. Okay, that's what I had. That's what I like to refer to this as, right? So this is like my Cliff Notes for the catalog. This is what gives me inspiration. This is what is giving me the overall view of what is happening in the catalog this season, right? So I can instantly turn to this page and I can see the clean products that we have. I can read down the features, the benefits, sales tips under bathroom cleaner. Show the foaming sprayer in action with a photo or a short video. Let the citric acid formula do the work by allowing it to remain on the surface for 1 to 2 minutes, then wipe away. Did you know you were supposed to leave it on for 1 or 2 minutes and let it like soak in and then wipe it? I bet your customers didn't either. And that's why this is so handy, okay? So those are great tips. You can also look for fun and easy ways in utilizing your social media when you are talking about products, right? So if it is like I did I changed my wax yesterday, right? I was freshly back home. I was like, okay, this house needs to be scented. I need to smell something pretty. So I did a melt Monday, a Monday melt, right? So I changed out my wax. I called it Melt Monday. Today's Tuesday. Maybe it's Tip Tuesday, right? Who knows? Tomorrow's Wednesday. It could be Wash It Wednesday, and share a picture of you doing laundry and pouring in the washer whiffs, right? Thursday, Thankful Thursday. What are you thankful that this business has given to you? I'm thankful that this business helps me to make the house payment on our home. Friday, it could be Friday Fun Day. Pick out a fun fact. Did you know that the Aziza warmer, do you guys know the Aziza warmer? That's truly one of my favorite warmers. Well, at least until I get my Savannah warmer. It's coming, friends. It's coming. The Aziza, it is in my living room right now. I don't think there's a big picture of it in the catalog right now, but that's the Aziza warmer. Did you know that that warmer has 5,000 pinholes in it? 5,000 pinholes all the way around that warmer. Did you know? There's a fun Friday tip, right? Or fun Friday fact. I don't know. Those are different ways that you can market on your social media without coming across salesy or annoying or spammy or all those things that people think when they think about direct sales and marketing. So change the way that you're doing it. If people aren't liking your posts, change what you're saying in your posts. Bust those excuses. Get through them. Get around them. Get over them. Whatever it is that you need to do, you have to do it. And I'm going to tell you this right here, right now, that when you do, your business is going to absolutely change. Absolutely change. Everything's going to just literally change for you. And what you have to do then is once you find that spot, once you find the things that are working for you, it's just as simple as that rinse and repeat. If you missed my PRV cycle, okay, it's in there too, right? Rinse and repeat. You have to rinse and repeat everything that you do every single week, every single month. That's what we like to call systems, right? Systems are really just habits that we repeat on a consistent basis. That's what systems are. Hero. So, are you ready to bust your own excuses? Okay, bust your excuses. If that means you need to sit down and write a list of, I can't work my business because, and be completely honest with yourself, write it down. I'm too busy. I don't know what I'm doing, or I need help with this, and I don't know how to do that. Okay, write all those things down. And then what I want you to do is I want you to sit there and I want you to think of something that you can do, an action you can take that will help you with that problem. And maybe it is sponsoring. So maybe one of those actions would be, I'm going to search YouTube for sponsoring Scentsy. Look up Scentsy plus sponsoring in the search bar on YouTube, right? You are going to find a ton of videos. Maybe you go on the workstation and go into the training tab and type in sponsoring. You're going to find a ton of resources, a ton of videos. And maybe, just maybe, you can learn something different. You can find out what other people are doing. If you've done those things and you still aren't inspired, you really can't find what you're looking for, by all means, reach out in the Facebook group. Hey, I noticed that you sponsored a new team member. Look to see who's been sponsoring lately, right? I see that you sponsored a new team member. How did you do that? Did you utilize the host exclusive kit? How did you sponsor that person? Did you know them? Did they know you? Ask those people. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I want to work this business. Can you help me? Do you want to work with me? Finding accountability partners and people who are along the same mindset as you are of wanting to work this business or wanting to get better, wanting to increase your paycheck, those are the people that you want to be around. Because when you are around those people, you are going to pick up those habits. You're going to learn new things. You're going to collaborate. You're going to talk about, oh my gosh, I tried this today and I had great success with it. These are the ways that you can push your business forward. So excuses out the window. No more, no more, no more. Give them up. Give them away. You are not dealing with excuses anymore. And it's going to be a little hard at first, okay? It's going to be a little hard. It's kind of like me when I do, and I do at least twice a year, I will go through and like do a cleanse, right? Where like I don't drink any pop for a while. I only drink water and coffee with no creamer. Like it's a whole thing. But it's hard at first. But after like that first week, it's much easier. Same thing with your business. It's going to be hard at first to find your groove, really find what's going to work for you. But you have to continue to keep trying to find what is your best way of working your business. Because that's the other piece of this puzzle, is that the way that I work my business is probably going to look completely different from yours and from his and theirs and so on, right? We all work our businesses differently because we're all working differently, right? I work full time. I can't be on my phone during the day. I might have chances to check some messages or check my emails or answer somebody back real quick. But honestly, more than that, probably not happening during the day for me until I get home, right? And some days if I'm with my grandson, like tomorrow, I'm going to go over and be with my grandson. But there's Work at Wednesday tomorrow. So, hello, if you want to join Work at Wednesday, I'm going to be sitting there with my grandbaby, okay? Doing my Work at Wednesday. Do you think that I, a grandma, a mom of 3 who's raised 3 children, well, the third one's almost raised, right? But do you think that I can't do a Work at Wednesday and hold a precious little baby? You bet your sweet bottom dollar I can. I can hold that baby. I can be on a Work at Wednesday. Why? Because it's important to me. Both of the things are, right? Spending time with my grandson, being on the Work at Wednesday. I want to be able to help answer questions. I want to be a resource. I want to show people that I show up. Even if I'm holding a baby in one arm and smiling at it. Trust me, I can work my business happier if I'm holding my grandson. Just saying. Find the ways that you can bust your excuses. So, there we go. There's my motivational speech for the day. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, y'all. Okay. So that's what I've got for you this week. It's literally about pushing past those excuses and getting around the things that are just dragging you down. Because really, honestly, it's all in our heads. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Tried to make the t-shirt, didn't get my Cricut out. Story of my life, okay? All right, friends. New catalog, new season, new goals, new adventures, new fun things. Have you printed out your planning ahead document? I have not. I'm going to. It is saved on my iPad, though. I did that when we were in the car and downloaded that. So I do have the digital copy, but I didn't do it yesterday. So today is the day for Jacqui to print it off. So I'm very happy about that. I got lots of work to do. I have mail outs. I've got catalogs I need to get out the door. Literally, I need to get them out the door like tonight. So I'll be working here in my office, getting all that done. And then I will probably make a late night trip by the post office and the post office box and just right in the little slut. So I don't need the post office open to be able to drop off my mail. You can find ways to make things happen and find the time for your business. So just figure out what's going to work best for you. If you need help figuring it out, like I said, you can always reach up, ask in the groups. You can watch other people on YouTube, some of the ways that they do their time management, how they schedule or organize their business. Like I said, there's plenty of other Scentsy consultants out there sharing tips and ideas and ways that they do things. So take advantage of those things. Get yourself in the groups, engage yourself in the things that are happening. And that's how you're going to make things happen in your business at the end of the day. And that's honestly what I want for you. I want you all to have that success. I want you all to be able to sit back and say, because I was one who was never anybody who would say, oh, one day this will make my house payment. Are you kidding me? That was not Jacqui. I never would have made that statement. Because I was like, that is never going to happen. I remember I got excited when I got like a $50 paycheck. And I was like, oh my gosh, gosh, I can put gas in the car. I can go get something at the grocery store. This is amazing. Get my nails done, whatever it was, right? I was all excited then. That was $50. Shoot. Look at me now. All right, so you can do this and you can do hard things. So I want you guys to be able to have the ability to do this and really understand that Scentsy is how. It's the vehicle, it's the means to get you to where you need to be. And like I said, I want to work with you. So if you're wanting to work your business, then let's do it. Do it with me. Let's do it together. I honestly am here for all of you. So, all right, friends, I got dinner to make, and then I got an office that I got to work in, and then I also need to clean off my desk. I'm not going to lie. Let me go ahead and, you know what? I'm going to be real for a minute here. Here we go. Coming off the tripod. Okay, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Do you want to see behind the scenes? I'm going to give y'all a little behind the scenes of my desk, because I want you to know that while it might look pretty behind me and all organized, this is my desk, right? I've been gone, right? For 5 days I was gone. 5 days I was gone. Been at work yesterday, been at work all day today. This is my desk right now, okay? This is my desk. Look, there's my iPad underneath my retreat stuff. I've got product lists. I've got books under there. And those are, I don't even know what's there. I got my bag of pens. I got some mail outs that still didn't get out, so I can shove those in envelopes. I've got catalogs here that need to go out. I've got my scent circles ready to go out in customer mailings. I got postcards back there. I got stamps up there. Look at this. Look at this, right? I just got packing tape here. I got it all here at my desk. It's not always that perfect image that you see, okay? There really is work in the chaos. So don't compare yourself, and don't think that you're the only one going through all the things of trying to make it all look put together. You're not. You're not alone. So, all right. I love y'all. I will talk to you soon. Bye.